Nelty can't be here, and I'm going to be judging the open walk trot equitation. Here is their pattern. They're going to start at A, walk 2 horse lengths, trot left diagonal past the center, stop, back, 90, turn on the forehand left. They're going to trot a circle on the left diagonal. As they come through the middle, switch diagonals, break to a walk for 2 horse lengths, and then they're going to exit at the sitting trot, but their pattern is complete after the walk. There were 4 exhibitors for this. And let's see here. Let's move this down a little bit so I can get to them. Okay, I'm judging them from the bottom up. This was my 4th place exhibitor. This is Summer. Steps off here at the walk. I like the walk and the position, +1. Trot, left diagonal, +1/2. Could be a little more consistent in the trot. Backs up well, soften the bridle, +1. So we're off to a good start. Kind of cheats me on the turn on the forehand. So I did a -1/2 on the turn on the forehand. Let's go back to that. Kind of backs around it rather than an official turn on the forehand. So -1/2. Then here we pick up the wrong diagonal. We should be on the left one, we're on the right one, and we continue on that for a penalty 10 and a -2 on the maneuver score, unfortunately. Switching here, we switch to the incorrect diagonal again. We need to be on the right one, we're on the left one. So unfortunately, that's another penalty 10, -2 on the maneuver score. Going to the walk, I like the walk. Horse marches on, good position, +1/2. The F and E is a 3. So this was a really nice pattern for you, Summer. Good position. Would have been up higher in the placings. The penalties just really knocked you down. Final score is 51.5, only due to the penalties. Otherwise, definitely you're at a correct run of a 70 without those in the minus maneuver scores. So good job. Just work on those diagonals and you'll be at the top of the class. Okay, moving on to our 3rd place horse. We have Amanda. Horse steps off, nice walk, good position, good alignment, shoulder, hip, heel, +1. Steps off on the correct diagonal, +1. Very good backup. Light, straight, has rhythm, +2. Turn on the forehand, we get stuck. Then we do a pretty correct one. So I had to stay at a 0 for that. Back into the trot, correct diagonal, +1. Horse could show a little more bend for a higher score. Comes across, switches diagonal, +1. Down to the walk, good transition, marches forward, +1. 4 for the F and E, so my final score is an 81 on this. So that's a good clean run. Moving on to my 2nd place horse, we've got Bailey. And just to let you guys know, my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place horses were only 1 point apart. So the margins were pretty tight here. They were all good runs. And if this was a multi-judge situation, I'm sure we would have flip-flopped them, and that would have been completely acceptable. So here's Bailey. Starts off at the walk, good position, +1. Steps into the trot, +1. I'd like to see these reins a little shorter. Honestly, I could get to a +2 if they were, and then your hand position wouldn't be so high. The back is good, +1. 90, turn on the forehand, very good, +2 on that. Steps off, correct diagonal, again, reins get a little loose. I'd like more connection there. So we're at a +1 for that. I could get to a 1.5 or a 2 if the reins were shorter, really easy. Because at times your hands come up and then they get a little uneven because of the rein length. Good change of diagonal, +1. Nice transition to the walk, +1. Good, clean, consistent pattern. Work on your rein length. And your F&E was a 4. Your overall score was an 82. So 82 is a good place to be, especially for walk trot. There's not a ton of degree of difficulty in this. Okay, we've got Linda, first place. I like the walk, great position, +1. Steps off into the trot, +1. Horse is very consistent, carries the bridle really well. The top line on this horse never changes. Great back up, +2. Turn on the forehand, +2. Trots off, correct diagonal, +1. Consistent, good position from the rider, nice legs, nice hands. Good accuracy on the pattern. I like the bend too. I probably could have gone a little higher on that. +1 to change the diagonals in the next trot. +1 for the walk. Exits at the sitting trot. Super consistent. I don't know if I can find a horse that's more consistent than this one. 4 for the F&E. Overall scores an 83. Well done, guys. Nice, really nice class.